What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Washington versus Nebraska college basketball matchup going down Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to jump on something long-term, whether it's a daily or a long-term pass. Whether it's a daily pass or a long-term pass, jump on something, use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase, because we've got loaded cards of action all week. We've got some great college hoops throughout the week, heading into another stacked Saturday of action. Got NBA and NHL on the board as we head towards the break for these respective leagues as well. So again, make sure that you check those out and use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We've also got products for those who make big bets, and for those with big bankrolls, those looking for a VIP experience where you're going to get things like late alert plays closer to game time, where we're going to track line movement for you, try to get you the best possible number compared to the closing line. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, text the number on the screen for more information, even if it's just to find out if it's right for you. But let's get to this one between Washington and Nebraska. Washington coming into this one 11-10 on the year, 11-9 against the number this season. After a 71-68 win over Minnesota last time out to snap a 6-game losing streak and get back on track. Third straight cover for Washington as well against the number. Meanwhile, Nebraska comes into this one 14-8 on the year, 12-10 against the number this season. After a 77-71 road win over Oregon in their last game, now back-to-back wins and back-to-back covers, obviously as outright underdogs for the Cornhuskers. And, I got to give Nebraska their props. They went out on the road to a tough environment at the Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene and took down Oregon, and really did a good job, against this, Ducks defense. And, they led by 6.5 and really never, took their foot off the gas, despite only having 3 double-digit scorers in the game. Bryce Williams had 28 points, Juwan Gary had 23, and Raleigh Worcester off the bench had 11. But still, Nebraska held it down. They got the job done, and they fought off an effort from Oregon at home. So now Nebraska's got to pick it up and go out on the road again. Not too far of a travel spot for Nebraska, going from Oregon to Washington, take on a Huskies team that hasn't had a lot go right in conference play. I think that's just kind of the long and short of it. But I will say, Washington has run a gauntlet in conference play so far this season. I mean, the Big Ten has been really tough this year. But if you look at Washington's schedule to this point, they beat Maryland, in January. I should say the start of conference play in January. They did have the losses to UCLA and USC in that weird 2-game set of conference games that the Big Ten does in early December. But in 2025 so far, Maryland they won, but then losses to Illinois, Michigan State, Michigan, Purdue, Oregon, and UCLA. I'd say 6 of the top teams in the Big Ten, and then the win over Minnesota. And now you got Nebraska coming in, who are kind of in my opinion, in like sort of the lower end of the Big Ten standings. And Nebraska 4-7 in conference play. And I have a hard time backing Nebraska here, because I just have a hard time forgetting what this Nebraska team has been on the road for the better part of conference play. I mean, losses by 28 to Wisconsin. They lost on the road at Maryland by 3 points. They lost at Purdue in a blowout. Lost to Iowa in a blowout. And that's an Iowa team that I don't think is very good either, but that rode a solid home court edge to the victory in that game. And I'm not saying that Washington blows out Nebraska here. I'm just saying I don't think Nebraska should be favored against anybody on the road. Even if this line flipped to where Washington was a 1 or 1.5 point favorite, I'd be in favor of that. I get home. I think that home court does matter for something here. But to see Nebraska as a road favorite even against Washington, I'm not sure I'm buying that. Yeah, the conference numbers aren't pretty for the Huskies. They haven't had, a great time offensively, but it's not like Nebraska has been that much better, and Nebraska doesn't do a whole lot well defensively to, offset and take advantage of this porous Washington offense. Washington does a good job of getting to the foul line, and they hit their free throws at a higher rate than Nebraska does. So I'll lean towards Washington here, plus the 1.5 to defend home court, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're at Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.